The hierarchy of the WWE is about to be shattered, and the silence that has haunted the island of relevancy for months has finally been broken by a single, thunderous message. On the last episode of SmackDown, while the world was distracted by the chaos of new tag team champions and Randy Orton's path of destruction, a video package played that stopped every heart in the arena. No more rumors, no more what-ifs, and no more hiding in the shadows of November's War Games loss. The OTC, the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, has officially declared for the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble. Welcome back to Wrestling Apocalypse, your ground zero for the most explosive news in the industry. If you've been following our coverage, you know we've been tracking the whispers of Roman's return since he vanished after Survivor Series. That night in November, the world saw something rare: a defeated Roman Reigns. Alongside Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, he fell to the sheer force of team vision, and the tension between Roman and Cody in that ring was thick enough to choke on. But now, as we head toward Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, for the first ever International Royal Rumble on January 31st, Roman isn't coming back for an apology. He's coming back for his kingdom. Think about the sheer magnitude of this moment. Roman Reigns hasn't competed in a Royal Rumble match in years, not since he was the big dog being showered with booze in 2015. But the Roman Reigns we're seeing today? He is the most magnetic, respected, and feared entity in sports entertainment. He's not entering at number 30 as a special attraction. He's entering the fray to do what only a handful of legends have ever done: win it all for the second time and punch his ticket to the main event of WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. But here is where the story turns cinematic. The road to Riyadh is paved with ghosts. Standing in Roman's way are men who have every reason to want him gone forever. We have Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, who is already confirmed and looking to make history as a three-time winner. The look they shared after War Games wasn't just competitive, it was a promise of war. Then there's Solo Sikoa, the man who tried to steal the Ula Fala, the man who has turned the bloodline into a den of MFTs and mercenaries. Solo is in the Rumble, too. Imagine the visual. Entrant number 15 is Solo Sikoa, clearing the ring, acting like the king of the mountain, and then, the buzzer hits. The screen goes black. The Roman Reigns theme hits. The King Abdullah Financial District might actually collapse from the sound of that crowd. Backstage, the word is that Roman's declaration has reset the entire WrestleMania board. Before last night, the talk was about Drew McIntyre defending the undisputed title or Braun Breaker's meteoric rise. But with Roman in the Rumble, every plan has been tossed out the window. Sources say the locker room is on edge. They remember the era of the 1,300-day reign. They know that if Roman wins on January 31st, the island of relevancy becomes the only destination that matters. Let's talk about the psychological warfare. Paul Heyman, the wise man, has been noticeably silent during this build-up. Is he still with Roman? Is he the one who emailed the declaration, as some fans joked on social media? Or is there a deeper betrayal brewing? Remember, Heyman sided with Seth Rollins and The Vision last year. If Roman enters that ring and looks over to see his former wiseman in the corner of a rival, the emotional weight would be staggering. We're talking about a man coming back to prove he's still the OTC without the support system that built his empire. The stakes in Riyadh are astronomical. This is the first time the Rumble has left American soil, and WWE is pulling out every stop. We have GUSO, the 2025 winner, looking to repeat. We have Gunther, the man who holds the Iron Man record, waiting to chop Roman's chest into raw meat. We have the wildcards like Trick Williams and Penta, who have nothing to lose and everything to gain by being the one to toss a legend over the top rope. But the story of Roman Reigns is one of destiny. He's at a crossroads. His contract is winding down toward WrestleMania 42. This might be his last great run. The fans aren't booing anymore, they are begging to acknowledge him. When he steps onto that ramp in Saudi Arabia, it won't just be a return, it will be a reclamation. We are looking at a potential Final Four that could include Roman, Cody, Solo, and Gunther. That is a dream match in itself, happening in the middle of a 30-man meat grinder. The suspense is killing us. Can Roman's body hold up after the brutal War Games match? Can he handle the target on his back? Every person in that Rumble knows that eliminating Roman Reigns makes you an instant icon. It's the Reigns bounty. If you're a young star like Dragon Lee or Trick Williams, you're looking at Roman and seeing a ladder to the stratosphere. And don't forget the Viper in the grass. Randy Orton has declared that 2026 is the year of the Viper. If Roman and Randy end up as the final two, we are going back to a rivalry that defined a generation, but with higher stakes than ever before. One man wants his 15th world title, the other wants to reclaim the throne he never truly felt he lost. This is why we love this business. The drama, the uncertainty, the feeling that the world is about to change because of one man's return. Paul Heyman said it best, it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. But this time, nobody knows the ending. Is Roman the hero we need to take down the tyranny of the Vision, or is he the monster coming back to remind us why we feared him in the first place? We are just days away from Riyadh. The flight is booked, the ring is being set, and the OTC is officially on the guest list. This is going to be the most analyzed, most debated, and most watched Royal Rumble in history. And you can bet that Wrestling Apocalypse will be right here to break down every elimination and every betrayal. I want to hear from you right now. Does Roman win it all? Or is this return just a setup for a massive heartbreak at the hands of Solo Sikoa or Cody Rhodes? Who is your pick to stand tall in Saudi Arabia? Sound off in the comments. I want to see the index pointing up emojis and the theories. Let's get the conversation moving. If you're as hyped as I am for the return of the Tribal Chief, do not leave without smashing that like button. It helps us keep the lights on here at the Apocalypse. Subscribe and hit that bell icon, because the road to WrestleMania 42 starts in Riyadh, and we are going to be covering every single mile of it. The OTC is back, the kingdom is in chaos, and the apocalypse is just beginning.